Time for the news. Village's problematic son back home in village of Palo Alto. Village's problematic son is back home in the village of Palo Alto. William John Vercelli, 64, bonded out of the Sumter County Detention Center on Halloween after being lodged there since his April 10 arrest. He has been spotted again at his mother's home at 1949 Palo Alto. Vercelli had been arrested by Sumter County Sheriff's Office Special Investigation Squad, which had been looking into suspicious activity at the home. The squad found methamphetamine, marijuana, and drug paraphernalia, along with a sawed-off shotgun. It lists 5 or 6 different guns they found there. And 2 more guns, another Ithaca 37 featherweight 12-gauge shotgun, and a lever-action Sears and Roebuck 30-30 rifle were found in a safe, along with numerous rounds of ammunition. He was arrested last year after a canine alerted on his golf cart. 2015, deputies were forced to taser Vercelli at Palo Alto Postal Station. He was found in possession of methamphetamine then. Snowbird's visiting adult son arrested after drunken tirade in the Villages. A Snowbird's visiting son from Pennsylvania was arrested after a drunken tirade in the Villages. Wildwood police responded at about 10:30 p.m. Tuesday to Powell Road near Brownwood after receiving multiple 911 calls about a white male with a green shirt and shorts laying in a roadway and jumping in front of vehicles. He and family members were involved in the disturbance and were found at the Alden Bungalows. Canadian arrested for a drunken outburst after cutoff at Town Square. A Canadian was arrested for a drunken outburst after he was cut off from purchasing alcohol at the drink huts at a town square in the Villages. Nicholas Cahoon, 27, who had been staying at 1007 Encino Lane in the village of Delmar, at about 8:30 p.m. on the night of Super Bowl Sunday, was seen walking from McCall's Tavern to a drink hut at Spanish Springs Town Square, according to an arrest report from the Lady Lake Police Department. A manager believed that Cahoon was extremely intoxicated and ordered drink hut employees to deny him service. She recruited a male employee to assist in removing Cahoon from the square. Cahoon began running around the square, causing a disturbance. Cahoon began urinating on a tree in full view of the public. And what can I tell you? He's going to jail. A landscaper was arrested after attempting to cheat on a urine test while wearing phony male genitalia at a probation office. What? You know, I must be getting old because I've never heard of some of this stuff. Nathan Allen Stafford, 28, of Wildwood, had been apprehended Wednesday on a probation violation, and his probation officer wanted to have Stafford participate in a urinalysis at the Sumter County Probation Office. Stafford is on felony probation for grand theft through 2022. Stafford was taken to the Sumter County Detention Center, and during a strip search, he voluntarily removed the false male genitalia sold under the brand name of... Are you ready for this? Wizinator. Oh, I observed the device to be an artificial male penis attached to a plastic bladder and a white cloth, which is used to secure the device around the waist. That's what the deputy wrote in his report. The fluid used to pass the urinalysis was disposed of from the device, and he was booked without bond to the jail. Well, most basically, can't blame a guy for trying. Remember I told people, don't leave anything in your vehicle. Don't leave anything in the golf cart. Don't leave your keys in the golf cart. Things have a tendency to disappear. Just because you're in a retirement community doesn't mean that everybody in there is part of that community. Our squares are open to the public. So here you go. Here's another one. I don't read all these because they seem like they happen on a continual basis. Pool cues valued at $2,500 were among items stolen from a vehicle parked at a town square in the Villages. The three Lucasi and Predator brand pool cues and their shafts were taken from a 2007 Jeep Patriot, which was parked Sunday night at World of Beer at 994 Alvarez Avenue at Spanish Springs Town Square, according to an incident report from Lady Lake Police Department. The vehicle's window had been broken, and the thieves also took a backpack and a pair of snake boots, the report said. A villager nabbed at swimming pool on child pornography possession charges. There he is. Focus in here. A villager was arrested at his neighborhood swimming pool on charges of child pornography possession. Robert Barry Kahn, 62, who lives at 797 Clifford Court in the village of Pine Ridge, was taken into custody shortly before 4 p.m. Friday at the Pine Ridge Pool on Moyer Loop on warrants, charging him with 15 counts of possession of images depicting sexual performance by a child. I'm not going to read all of that. That's enough. There you go. That's his mugshot. A man was once jailed for trying to steal money from a village's water fountain is back behind bars. Marion County Sheriff's deputy was called to the Circle K. By that Circle K is by the historical side of the Villages there. Let's go Circle K on Highway 27 441 in Summerfield on Friday, and when he arrived, the clerk said the 55-year-old Robert Henry Kalmus wasn't welcome in the store. She said Kalmus had an active trespass warning against him and had refused to leave when asked several times to do so. Probably drugs, or he's drunk, one or the other. Well, this is probably some good news for people down in Finney, eventually. A pair of dental offices may be among the first commercial projects along Warm Springs Avenue, County Road 468, near the village of Finney. At a meeting Tuesday at the Wildwood Planning and Zoning Board, Special Magistrate Grant Watson recommended that the City Commission approve the zoning for both projects. I can't pronounce this guy's name. Something Marcos. Raul, something Marcos wants to put a dental office on 2.25 acres on the north side of Warm Springs Avenue, about 1.25 miles east of US 301. Amar Mwausa wants to build a dental office as part of Warm Springs Professional Plaza on 1.7 acres on the northeast corner of Warm Springs and County Road 515, about half mile east of 301. I think there's a bunch of old homes down there. I don't know, I guess the Villages purchased them. I didn't know that. So they may have bought them old houses and they're going to put them there. It's my guess. I don't know that. But I'm sure our Southern reporter on our next Wednesday Night Live will have a full report on what's going on down there. Good guy. Let me read a little bit about him. Police officer prevented a homeless man from stealing a villager's golf cart, which had been loaded onto a trailer and was being towed away. The officer spotted a Ford pickup truck towing a trailer at about 1 a.m. Sunday on Tarson Boulevard on the historic side of the Villages. The driver claimed he did not possess any identification and said he worked for Bob's Golf Carts, according to an arrest report from the Lady Lake Police Department. He claimed his boss had ordered him to repossess the tan 2008 Yamaha golf cart, which was being towed on the trailer. He did not have any paperwork to back up his claim. He provided a false identity, but his true identity was revealed when the police officer used a rapid ID device. A check of the man's fingerprints indicated he was 37-year-old Brandon Fritzk, a native of Minnesota, wanted on multiple Lake County warrants. The license plate did not match the pickup truck, which did not appear to be registered. The trailer did not have a license plate, and its vehicle identification number was unreadable. During a pat-down, Fritz was found to be in possession of multiple golf cart keys. A handicap placard on the golf cart led to the homeowner's home on Shea Boulevard. That's in the historical area up there. The owner was able to positively identify his golf cart valued at $8,500. Fritz was arrested on charges of grand theft and providing a false name to law enforcement officer. He was also charged with violating his probation. He was booked without bond at the Lake County Jail. Mayor says Earth Fair closing could open door for a Trader Joe's. They've been talking about a Trader Joe's down here for several years. There are a lot of people that want one. I've been to Trader Joe's. Personally, I don't see the big deal, but there's a lot of people that want one. There's been talk about it. So far, we've never seen one. And they're still talking about it. So maybe we will, maybe we won't. A suspect had been arrested for allegedly causing $7,500 damage to an entry gate at the village of Marsh Bend down in the southern end of the Villages. There he is. A community watch staffer on Saturday morning discovered the damage at the gate and pulled up surveillance footage which showed the license plate number of a beige 2001 Ford Expedition crashing and then leaving the scene. An officer found the Ford Expedition at a nearby construction site. The vehicle's owner was identified as 39-year-old Candido Latelpa Flores of Leesburg. He told police he does not have a driver's license and has never been issued one. That should tell you a lot right there, what he just said. I don't have a driver's license, and then he says, I was never issued one. So I got a picture here. I don't know if you guys could tell anything by looking at it, but it looks like he tore out the whole thing. Just ripped it, the whole thing gone. Oh well. He also further acknowledged that he knew that he shouldn't have been driving, but that he needed to get to work. The arresting officer wrote in his report, Flores was arrested on charges of hit and run and driving without a valid license. It was also discovered that he was wanted on an out-of-county warrant. Flores was booked without bond at the Sumter County Detention Center. Here's another one. See here? You know, drugs. It seems like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I know drugs are everywhere anymore, but it just seems like down here it's all the time. A squatter with drug paraphernalia was arrested after a call to a storage facility in the Villages. Sumter County Sheriff's Department deputies were called Saturday to Southern Self-Storage on County Road 466 to investigate a complaint of a squatter. Deputies found 39-year-old Kimberly Ray Scholl lying on a blanket within an open structure on a lot adjacent to the storage facility property. She was told to gather her belongings. Based on the packaging of some items, it was believed they might have been stolen. Scholl was found to be in possession of a cut straw with the residue of methamphetamine and heroin. She was arrested on a charge of possession of drug equipment. She was booked at the Sumter County Detention Center on a $1,000 bond. Well, that's too bad. These kids. I believe that'll be enough for the news. Oh, there was one other exciting. Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to read you a little bit. I'm not going to tell you a lot because our Southern reporter on our next Wednesday night live show will probably have more detailed information about this. So I'm not going to report everything. I'll just report this. Wildwood City Commission unanimously approved first step of next 20 years development south of County Road 470, that's down there by the prison, to north of Capitol Hill and west to State Road 471. Approval is for 16,191 new homes, 80,000 square feet of office government, and 3 million square feet of commercial. Sounds like, I'm just guessing here, it sounds like there's going to be a lot of building down that area. And with so much commercial and so much office area, maybe that's going to be a town square area right there. Commercial. That's where all the stores are at, and usually the square is right in that area, so maybe. But Linda will have more to report on that on our next Wednesday night live, I'm sure. So with that being said, I'm going to get out of here, and hope everybody's doing okay. We're doing fine. Weather's great, sunny. It's 80 degrees outside right now. And hey, see you all on the other side.